at all. And in reality, it's nothing but a
Tucker and
comedy.
Dale versus Evil.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a really good one. Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Ooh, Shaun of the Dead.
Or any of the Cornettos.
That was my fave.
Yeah, the Cornetto films.
Nah.
I mean, that's just Naked Gun for horror movies. It didn't have Leslie Nielsen in it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of scary movie or anything like that.
The first one was good.
It was novel when it came out.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I like this, but it was essentially just.
Thanks, honey nut. Love you.
What? Where's Jay? What's Jay doing?
Telling me that my audio was out on my stream.
Oh, was it really? Oh, your audio was out?
My audio was out. Look at that.
Mm.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
What was the... learned to worry about myself.
Listen, what was the first thing you asked me when this podcast started?
When are you done your ripping?
No, that was the first thing Anna asked me. You said, are we muted? No, that's just my face.
Oh, okay.
We're going to a dark place. I'm just getting my feelings hurt. Moving on. What were we talking about? Things we got to do for Halloween. What is everyone dressing up for Halloween this year?
I don't even know. Last year I dressed up as a Hogwarts alumni. I literally wore a sweatshirt that said Hogwarts alumni and I'm creative.
I was Arthur Dent last year because I wanted to wear a bathrobe to work.
Hot.
Oh, that's smart.
I was comfy all day. I wore pajama pants and a bathrobe.
The first year at work, I don't know. It's always on a Saturday, so it's like I don't know. And plus, I don't remember like I could do shit.
I concentrate more on my kids' costumes. So I put a lot more energy into their costumes than I do dressing up. Mine's an afterthought.
My nephew's going to be Plague Doctor, and I thought that was adorable because he's like super tall.
Oh,
and so he's going to be slender, flowy, with his mask and his hat. I was like, man, you're going to scare the shit out of people.
That's awesome.
I don't know. Maybe I'll dress as a hag and hobble behind him and say, bring it, you dead!
I'm not dead yet.
I feel like I'm getting better. I am probably, this year, going to go as, I don't know.
I don't know either. My youngest wants to go as an angel, which is the opposite of what she is.
Now.
Wow.
And my oldest wants to go as, I think she said, Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Jack says he wants to go as Georgie. With his arm bit off and everything. My daughter has changed costume ideas at least 40 times.
Of course.
That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, we won't know what she is until Halloween when she does it.
And she's going to be a little bit of everything. And that's okay, too.
We might make her an undead princess, because I think she would like that.
She would be adorable as an undead princess. See, because I cosplay, every time Halloween rolls around, I'm like, what are you being? I don't know. Yeah. You got a whole closet full of costumes. I've already been used.
I think I'm going to go as a normal, put-together person. I'm just going to go a well-adjusted person. I feel that's the best costume I can find. It's a well-adjusted person.
I might go as a transporter.
So, you're going in an astronaut suit because you're going into space?
I like
in a bunker with a tinfoil hat.
I mean, we should all be wearing tinfoil hats at this point.
I remember last year.
Halloween is like 4 days before the most horrific day of the year. The year before that, I went as a butcher and my daughter went as a lamb, and I had a sign that said lamb chop. I had a sign that said lamb chops, $4 a pound. That's cute.
But that's adorable. See, y'all make me want babies, but I know I don't.
Babies
I just want to put other people's kids in costumes.
Until they demand you to wipe their butt while you're trying to.
For no reason.
Daddy, wipe my butt.
She just didn't feel like it today, and that's okay.
No, she didn't.
And here's the thing. You did.
Get it. Yeah.
Oh.
So usually for Halloween, I'm usually in a place because I'm not really big on house buying, so I move around a lot anyway. But I'll usually get a property that has like some unique feature to it, so that I can exploit the fuck out of it for Halloween. So like when I first moved back to Greensboro, we were in McLeansville, which is like 20 miles north of here, and I had this big backyard. It was fenced in, and my neighbor's fence and my fence like stopped really short right here, leaving like this corridor that you could walk through around the back of our house. And so the first Halloween year we were there, I just put up a maze in my backyard. It was really cool. Put like cardboard boxes down because dogs, whatever, and I hung up a bunch of paracord with shower curtains so that you couldn't see. You just had to go through, and like my whole family, we love to terrify the fuck out of people. So everybody came down. Everybody got their costumes together. My mom was a werewolf. She was hiding in the shed. She scared the crap out of people and made them drop their candy. And it was fantastic. And then they would walk through, so they would come through the back fence, walk through the maze, scared. Hey, hush, mom's something. Get scared by mom, get scared by my sister, who was just silent with a mini baseball bat and one of those white face masks and a top hat, and just followed people the fuck around. My sister was dancing around looking dead in the graveyard we made. My nieces and nephews were jump scaring people out of different corridors, and then they would end up at my back door, walk through our kitchen where there's light bulbs and spider webs all over. And every time we all get together, we all bring our dogs. There's like 6 dogs in the front room. And whenever they hear people, they bark. And so we had a huge sign that said caution hellhounds, and they ran the fuck out of the house. It's great.
Nice.
And that was his first year. The second year, Scotty actually got into it. So we used that corridor, and I had just bought the fog machine of my dreams, and we filled it with fog. We put like drapey things. We had a black light out there. Scotty was sitting on top of the fence post where people could see him and knocking on things as people walked by. Oh, it was a good time. It was a good time.
Have you guys seen the picture? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Oh.
But yeah, I think that was the only time, and it was huge. And then now we're here, and it would be great. I'm still gonna put my fog machine in the backyard because it looks creepy. It looks like a graveyard. That's what's gonna happen. But we just can't have people over there because
COVID.
But COVID.
Have you guys seen a picture of my new house?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is absolutely set up for Halloween.
It is.
Just by
Like
itself.
like the Amity house or something?
It does. It just looks, and the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, in the closet, that little circle room on the second floor, I'm going to turn the light on in there and do a cutout of a small head.
Nice. Nice.
Which is incidentally my daughter's favorite room because it's a closet that my son and my daughter share, and there's a giant mirror in the floor, and she just goes in there and poses. She just goes. This is what she was doing today. She was just like, I'm pretty. I'm like, oh, you're so pretty. And she goes, don't watch me, Daddy.
Now watch, she's about to get possessed, and you're gonna be like, "Where's my daughter?" I am your daughter.
It was
See,
all
I
the
would
mirror.
never know. I would never know if my daughter's possessed because she's a troll.
Know. Like she could walk around there with her head on backwards, probably, and it would be
Yeah, I mean, I would just be like, as normal. Yeah, she loves to just be mean and troll.
and that's okay.
I was just seeing how long we could have a natural silence.
Do you guys have a funny Halloween story?
Yes.
Because I've got one.
Tell it.
Miko's story of the maze reminded me of it. So when I was in college, in the mountains of Kalawi, so they had this corn maze, and I went with a bunch of my music geek friends, and it's near the Cherokee Reservation. So my friend Tommy, he's this huge Cherokee Indian guy, and a sweet guy. But we were walking around the maze trying to get out, and they had, the people with the fake chainsaws and everything. And we were walking through the maze, and one of the chainsaw people jumped out, and it scared him, and he knocked, like he karate chopped me, and it was like a cartoon, and I went like flying back into the cord, and I'm laying on my back, and I'm going, what just had, and like there's chainsaws over. I'm like, I don't even know where I am right now. It's like, and this big, and he was running. I was like, you are like 6'6" and like this big. How are you scared of that? I don't understand. And I'm like on my ass right now. So it was like, you owe me a drink and a bunch of candy right now.
No fucking around in the corn. That's the number one rule to the fight.
So I used to work at a haunted house like that, where it was called the Haunted Mill, and I used to be one of the people who scare people. And so this is like a two-part story. So we were working there, and then one night afterwards, we're getting drunk. You know, the place is closed down, and they're like, we're playing Truth or Dare, or some shit like that. And I get dared to run the entire course of the haunted house in the nude.
That's how you got
a race.
Open.
And I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do that. So, you know, I stripped my skinnies down, bolt through the haunted house. I forgot that year was the year we installed shock pads to things. They're little things, if you touch it, it just gives you a little shock. Like, there's little pins that you click and it shocks you. We put them on the drapes hanging down, so when you're leaning through, you'll touch it on the walls. I got electrocuted in my wee-wee. It hit. I mean, I'm not talking, it didn't hit any part of my body, just the tip. It just, no, I was like, why is that thing so low? But it just, boop, and it dropped my ass. I was just like, oh, my wiener.
I'm imagining this whole scenario in my head right now.
Oh yeah.
So you had a Super Mario moment. You know how you die and you just like to.
Oh, I spun off the screen, everything. Because I didn't realize that was the first one I hit. It wasn't like I was like, oh, gotta watch out for the shock strips. I'm just running nude. Next thing I know, my penis got shocked. And I don't know what's happening. I'm scared. At first I thought I got stung on my wiener. You know? Like, what do you do about a bug bite on the tip of your dick? It's just, you're not going to be able to live with that. You're going to get a bump. Anyway.
Never's trying so hard. Look at him.
The second part of that story, a week later, we're scaring people. And some idiot brought their child in. And I don't mean like child. I meant like carrying child.
Oh no.
Okay. If you're a brave person and you think your child can handle it, bring your kid. Don't care. No judgments. If you're a scaredy cat, don't bring a toddler.
Drop your toddler in the fucking scare maze, bro.
They threw them at me. I caught a toddler and they bolted. They left their child with me. I came out like, they were like, oh, and just threw their child at me. I caught the child.
Oh, that shouldn't be funny.
It was hilarious because I just looked down at the kid and the kid just like, I don't know what to do in this situation. I have maxed out my level of acceptance to the fact that my parents just threw me in a monster.
I guess parental instinct did not kick in.
Wow. Some trust issues that kid's gonna have for life.
Okay, so I used to work at Scare Ones in college, like best 2 years of my life. Except I hate people because they do shit like that. They throw their kids at you. They want to punch you, and it's like you can't walk around a corner in a haunted house in a haunted maze and say, "Don't y'all scare me, bro." It's kind of a fucking job.
Yeah.
And it just singles you out like really bad. That is my cue to get on my fours so that I am not face level when you come through the door and pop up and scare the fuck out you. And then grab all the shit that you drop and take it home.
Yeah. I have made people evacuate their bowels in my room when I was a haunted house. Worst day ever because that smell does not go away. Scared poop. Scared. Okay, you can fart and it's bad. But a scaredy duty, that smell just don't go away.
Spooky dookie.
Spooky dookie.
That's our Halloween shirt. Spooky dookie. Don't bring a shark to a find, and spooky dookie.
Oh,
And
yes.
literal doo-doo water.
Literal doo-doo water.
Literal doo-doo water.
A spooky poopy.
Spoopy.
A spooky dookie is the worst smelling dookie there ever was. Or that guy was sick and needed to go to the doctor. One of the two. But yeah, people would throw kids at me. I would get they would jump. I remember we had this one group of people, they were so scared. We turned all the lights on because they wouldn't leave the room. And the manager came in there and he's like, just dress normal. And he's like, all right, come with us. And they're screaming and hollering at him. They're like, oh my God. And he's like, dude, the lights are on. I'm wearing a polo. I don't even have makeup on. Come with me. Anyway. Oh, I forgot to unmute us.
Darn.
That's fun.
We all stopped. We're like, really?
Well.
But no. It was a good time, too. Especially eating at the Waffle House at like 5 in the morning with full makeup. Oh,
you want to know, sir? That's how I met my wife. Working at a haunted house. I was going through a divorce.
Oh, so you were really upfront about being a weirdie upfront. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was going through a divorce, and my buddy Chris was like, "Well, come work." It was Halloween season. He's like, "Come work at the haunted house. It will take your mind off of it." Yeah, I met my lovely wife. She told me go fuck myself, and then I knew I was in love.
Aww.
All right.
What
is your favorite kid Halloween story? Story from when you were a child. What is your favorite memory? Halloween memory.
My mother was a nurse, and they would have a Halloween party.
Your mom and
Well, no. So her work would have a Halloween party, and they would have
cooler than my mom's work.
Yeah, and they would have a haunted house. Do you know how terrifying a haunted house in a hospital is? They would get actual amputees. Yeah, they would get amputees in there. They would have actual medical tools.
And they would be so like, just go into patients' rooms like, hey, you want to scare the fuck out some kids real quick? And they would be like, okay.
Dude, we had a guy that had no legs. He had no legs, and he was sitting on the table going, they took my legs! And he's screaming, and he has these bloody stumps.
And it's in Gaston County, too, so that's awesome.
Yeah, because they actually took his legs. It wasn't a lie. He was there to get his legs amputated. He got his legs amputated and then featured in a haunted house screaming, they took my legs. And it was the most real thing in the world because they had just taken his fucking legs.
You know what? Making the best out of the situation.
I know, really. It was probably the best, growing up Halloween because we were poor, so my mom always made costumes. But now, growing up, I'm like, I had the coolest mom in the world. She made all my freaking costumes. I wish I could do that for my kids. I ain't got that time.
You're too busy wiping butts.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta wipe butts. Wait, what?
So what was the thing? Favorite childhood thing?
Yeah.
Childhood scary story.
Or like scary story or favorite childhood, like a Halloween memory from your childhood.
Halloween memory. Okay, it wasn't funny at the time because I was pissed.
Which means it's probably going to be real funny hearing this.
Well, we laugh at it all the time. So my oldest sister had taken me trick-or-treating. I don't remember how old I was. I had to be somewhere between 7 or 9 years old. Went around the entire neighborhood, and I mean, it grew up in the hood. So like we had to go super early or like, right when it started to get dark. And so, being cautious, picking houses, picking choosing, we were coming up on the last house. And this weird-ass old guy opens the door. Now, granted, we'd never known any of our fucking neighbors because that's just not the kind of people we were. But this old Farmer John-looking dude opens the door, and he's like, what the hell do y'all want? And I was like, trick or treat? I mean, full costume, treat bag, your light is on. Fuck you think this is, sir? And so he was like, what the hell y'all want? I was like, trick or treat. He's like, oh, got no candy around here. Should have rushed your teeth out. He has some crackers, though, and he tossed a pack of saltines in my bag.
That's great. I fucking love it.
You got some soup? Like, you mean, like this?
Right, like, sir, what the fuck?
Was it a whole sleeve?
Like, it wasn't, yeah. It was the whole sleeve. It was like open.
I mean, you fucking can't right your teeth out. Got some crackers though. Slam.
You gotta wonder if that was.
Enough.
You gotta wonder if that was the first person.
Right.
You were the first person to come to that person's door, or were they just trying to get rid of old food and just fucking with kids?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
Now you can buy those Ritz crackers that come in the short packs. So you know what?
Because as an adult, like when people do stuff, and now that I'm an adult, I wonder, did that person not understand Halloween, or were they just like, hey, watch me fuck with this kid?
Right. Right.
Maybe it was a little of all three. You know, they were like at home, the light was off. Someone had left, and the light turned on because, you know, they left and they needed light to get to their car, and you forgot the light was on, and someone's knocking at your door. What the hell was going on?
Who the hell is out there?
What about you, Nev? You have childhood Halloween things, or were you ever a child? Did you come out as an adult?
He was like
I'm not allowed to talk about that.
He was born like Morgan Freeman. He's never a child.
Yeah, he just came out. He was born Nev. He's just like, hello, I'm Nev.
No, I exist.
Yep, that's the story that they told me to stick with.
Oh Lord.
I didn't celebrate Halloween until college.
What? Why?
Oh, you had one of those families?
My mom was like, we went to the fall festival and it was all at the church and you got all the little.
How was your
Jesus
mom and my mom
you.
friends?
I don't know. I've been asking that for decades. I don't know.
Your mom was concerned about this girl. That's what
I will say yes, she is. And still is every day. Your mom actually asked my mom actually asked me. She's like, "Why am I friends with?" And it's mom.
Wow.
Like, I don't know. You just do that when you're young. You have your weird friends.
I remember it because we had our church had a big family life center gym, and we'd have you'd play the little games, and then, yeah.
I mean, we went to those,
college.
but we also did our fucking heathen trick or treating, worshiping the devil and shit.
Festival. What did my mom call it? The Festival of Pagan Vegetables. That's what she called it for years.
The Festival of Pagan Vegetables.
That actually sounds exactly like something your mother would say.
Yes,
wow,
Festival
100%.
of Pagan Vegetables. Yes.
Wowza.
Yeah.
I have a story, my favorite child story of my kids, and then I have a very important question to ask y'all. So the first year we took Julie trick or treating, she was a lamb, and she had just turned 1, so she was just starting to understand the world, as it were. So we go up and get candy, and she's like, I don't want to go up to that stranger person's house. No. So I took her up there and held her bucket up. She got candy. She was just like, she would not let go of her bucket and wanted to go to every house.
That's adorable.
Like, okay, my son is like one of those kids. He'll do 1 block of trick or treat, and he's like, okay, I got enough. Let's go home. I mean, when I was a kid, it was like, I filled up 1 pillowcase. Let me get the spare one out the car. We keep going until the lights go off. My son's like, we'll walk around the block, and he's like, okay, this is enough. I have an appropriate amount. I'm tired. Let's go home. My daughter, on the other hand, is like, we don't quit. We don't stop. I'm adorable.
Give me candy.
Give me the candy. And she just would not. I mean, this 1-year-old has an iron grip on her bag, and we have to check the candy to make sure there's no razor blades, shit like that, Glocks, or prostitutes in the candy.
I live in Texas now. It's like if you got ammo, it's a win.
Yeah,
like you're like yeah.
And so we're trying to check her candy, and she's just like, no, stop. So she fought us tooth and nail. She wanted all that candy for herself. Speaking of candy, this is a very important question I have to ask you guys. Perfect Halloween candy.
Mix or just one?
I mean, both.
Okay.
Like, When you were trick or treating, what did you go score? I got blank.
Okay. Double bubble bubble gum. It has to specifically be double bubble, not super bubble. Double bubble. Do you understand?
Double
It
bubble.
lasts less than fucking zebra stripes, but it's fucking delicious and it pops like bubblicious. Double bubble gum. A Reese's cup single. I don't like the packs because I only want usually one because I'm not big on chocolate. I like now because they had the snack size stickers, but I like they got mini squares. Oh, perfect. And then the caramel cream, the water caramel with the white cream in the center. That's my perfect spread.
Full size Reese cups. That's right, Sean. Sean said full size Reese cups, and I gotta say, yeah, if you, I can't. I want to say the favorite candy, and this is the thing. I fucking love candy corn.
I have candy corn.
You and Sean. You
Candy
and
corn
Sean.
is
Like,
delicious.
Sean's obsessed.
When I ate
Candy corn is delicious. The fall mix with the pumpkin. Oh, candy corn.
If I got a bag full of those little pumpkin candy corns, just
But those
done.
They make them. Do you need me to send some to your house?
Oh, I have some.
Oh, okay.
I'm saving all my candy. The podcast we do right before Halloween, I'm gonna be sitting there eating just candy. Entire time, candy.
Have a diabetic seizure. Just candy.
Thunder. All right, Anna Nev, what is your favorite candy?
Nev needs to go because I'm still thinking.
I guess back then it would have been probably Nerds because they still came in the big boxes. They didn't have the small size Nerds then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I keep at my desk when we game?
What?
Because they're just an easy snack. Well,
I can't eat Nerds as much anymore. They're too tiny of a crunch. But I love Nerds Road.
yeah, me and my dentist have a love-hate relationship with how much I like.
Yeah. So,
I guess Twix for $100 grand. Like, I love me some chocolate and caramel or chocolate and peanut butter. Like,
I'm
I like the
with you on
crispy
that.
chocolate too, like the crispy, like not Crunch bars per se, but like just a crispy crackle candy
Crackle.
or a Mr. Good bar. Every so often, I want a Mr. Good bar.
Cookies and cream candy bar.
or Reese's Pieces.
Butterfingers. I remember when they first came out; those things were the bomb.
Reese's Pieces are really good. I hated Butterfinger.
They changed the formula for Butterfingers, and now they're gross.
When I was a kid, I did not like Butterfinger either. You better not lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Because nobody better lay a Butterfinger BB.
Butterfingers
Oh
and
my
Coke,
god.
man.
I like
BBs,
I
oh
like
my
Butterfinger BBs. I like those, but I
Oh
could
my
not
gosh.
stand.
Whoppers. I don't know what it is.
Don't say Whoppers. I have a problem.
I do not like malted milk balls.
Like, I will raid my nieces and nephews candy for their double bubble, but if I see a Whopper, I will snatch it and not even tell them.
I would give.
My girls would call them candy balls. Like, they love like the malt. Like, she's like, "Mommy, I want some candy balls." I'm like,
Your girls love candy balls. That's what
See, I will eat some gummy candy. Gummy candy is my candy. And Jack was already so on that. He would be like, "Oh, just leave me all the chocolate. You can have."
Yeah,
all
we
the
couldn't
fruit
get gummies
stuff."
when I was a kid. There was no gummy packages that you could
I would
get.
get fruit snacks sometimes. Like they would.
no, but see,
No.
when you got fruit snacks as a kid, you felt gypped because they didn't make the gummy stuff at the time, and so it was all like, "What is this?"
But now,
Yeah, you
as
remember
an adult-
back when I was a kid, the fruit snacks were all advertised as real fruit. So
Oh yeah, you're right.
They
But I
still
love,
advertise it as real fruit.
yeah. But I still love gummy candy, and when my son was born, he liked chocolate. I'm not a big chocolate fan, but I love gummy. So we would trade. I'd give him chocolate. He would give me all his gummy candy. My daughter's favorite candy is gummy candy. Me and her have some problems.
A little bit.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I can raid my son's candy just a little bit here, a little bit there. He won't notice. My daughter has a photographic memory. She
for
knows
candy or for everything?
everything. She knows if I pilfered something. She's called me out on it before. She's like, who ate this? Where'd it go?
And then I go, I pay the bills and I feed you, so it went in my mouth.
I call it the dad tax. Apparently, my daughter and Trump have something very in common. They don't like to pay taxes.
Wow.
All right, that was my political things. Speaking of political stuff, next week, because the debates are happening right now, we are going to have our own debate. We are all going to run
next week.
We're going to do that next week. Well, we figure we had the presidential debate, the vice presidential debate tonight. Next week, we're going to have the the smart people debate, where we run for president, and it'll be moderated by the lovely Arugula. And we will all run to see who will be voted president of podcasts.
Now I have a question.
I have an answer.
Is there going to be two people running for president with their running mate? Like, are you all going?
I think we all run our own separate parties, unless you want to partner up with somebody.
I feel like it'd be funnier if y'all like partnered up.
I guess we could.
We only have a week though. I mean, that's a lot of coordination.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then y'all can all run separately. Independent tickets.
Because I already have I've already planned this out. I know what I'm running for.
Of course you do.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Are you going to show up shirtless and just a tie again?
That's the same thing. I was like, are you wearing a shirt?
I will probably wear a shirt for the next podcast. But I am running for president, and I'm just going to tell you, it's going to be the greatest campaign.
Don't. Oh, God.
She's right there going, don't trump it. No.
It's going to be the best campaign, the greatest campaign. No one's ever had a campaign like this. I'm the best.
I can see you. I can hear your Trumpness through your face.
But yes, I have my platform.
With your face.
I have my platform, and it's a great platform, and I think I'm going to win in a slogan. I'm just going to give you one. I'm just going to give you one word, and you guys can just ponder on what it is. Bees.
Boobies.
Boobies. I like it. All right. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. Thank you so much for tuning in. Anybody else got anything to add to this?
Yeah.
I have the rest of my list.
It's the best Halloween song of all time.
Oh, wait,
which one?
Yeah. What is?
Spooky, Scary Skeletons.
Spooky, Scary Skeletons.
Spooky, Scary Skeletons and shivers up your spine.
Sean said, can your meat department guy run for president?
You gotta take the meat.
If his blood pressure could handle that much.
You gotta. I run on a meat slapping proposal. You just gotta get in there, and you gotta gentle slaps to the meat. You gotta really get in there. You gotta talk nice to your meats. Give it the gentle smacks. Now, oh yeah, Nev, you have the rest of your list. We didn't do all of Nev's list.
No.
Let's see what
like for the comic series, I had Lock and Key. I don't know if Joe Hill's Lock and Key. If you guys have.
I know Lock and Key. That is a good comic series.
And then for game series, Dead Space. Highly recommend.
Alien Isolation.
It's really good.
It looks good to watch. And then, but single player, Resident Evil 4, hands down.
Yeah. Resident Evil 1 used to scare the crap out of me when I was a kid. Looking back at the graphics, I have no idea how, but...
Camera angles. It's all camera angles.
Silent Hill, the original Silent Hill. That was a really good one. The first time the alarm was set off, I'm just like...
What is it? Until Dawn. That one's one of my faves, even though like the replay is kind of crap. What else? What was the other one? What was the one I played? Oh, it was Serious Giraffe, and it was the guy. He was going into town. He ate green jelly. What the fuck was it? It wasn't Outlast, but Outlast was good.
Outlast is good.
American Nightmare?
It was on PS4. It had a sequel.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna look it up.
You look it up.
I'm gonna do it.
I just started replaying Arkham Knight, Batman. I think it's a good Halloween game because it takes place over Halloween. So, and Scarecrow is the main bad guy, and it's Batman. So,
Hotter.
Anna, you play any Halloween games?
Does the Plague Tale count?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
I play that. We run from these scary rat things. So.
I like it. Do you have anything else on your list, Nev?
No, that was all of them. I think Lock and Key. Yeah, we talked about everything else.
Yeah, because I only had on my list was the candy, movie, book, and costume.
Miko said song, so Thriller would probably be mine just because it's
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters was the original, yeah.
Yeah, the best song ever.
2 was also good.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to look up. Hold on, I have a Halloween playlist. I do the music.
I have 2 Halloween playlists.
I mean, I can name Halloween music all day long. I mean, Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. Yeah, Tracy Morgan.
The Evil Within. That's the game.
Oh, I remember that game.
Good game.
All right, so that wraps it up for today. I think we've got to end on a high note, though.
Oh.
That was awesome.
All right, good night. See you next week. Prepare for the debates. We're gonna run for president. I'm going to be the greatest. I'm gonna slap all the meat.